Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge. And the state flag of Texas looking majestic tonight. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Nikola Jokic. Porter is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Austin Rivers. And for Dallas, we've got Josh Richardson. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. Now the pass to Cauley-Stein. Here's Doncic. And it's Denver with the rebound.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Porter passes to Rivers. From deep. No good. Shot missing. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. To the middle. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played. And
an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here is Porter. Five on the clock. Lets it go from deep. Denver gets it back. Here's Jokic. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, Jokic in a smart place there. Collects the offensive rebound. Very alert and cleans up the mess.
Doncic outside. Over Jokic. Cauley-Stein kicks to Doncic. And that one, good.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
Dishes to Rivers. Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. At the top of the key, Gordon. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Doncic feeling it out. Pulls from the top of the key. Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14. Cauley-Stein against Jokic. Stolen by Gordon. Now Porter. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Poked loose and stolen by Richardson. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. And Doncic throws it down.
Love the fast hands of Richardson there. Always active on the defensive end, using his length and constantly prowling for steals.
And with the dunk contest in Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Doncic passes to Porzingis, puts the move on, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis showing you what he can do if he gets that close to big man up big time.
Here's Harrison, guarded by Doncic. Lob pass to Gordon, an emphatic alley-oop jam.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
Pass to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Jokic with the steal. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the first. Harrison passes to Gordon. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic.
And we all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
Brunson kicks to Powell. Millsap with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Green with the ball. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Millsap, and Millsap slams it in.
Tremendous roll to the hoop from Millsap off the pick and roll. That's exactly how you want to run it.
Now here's Brunson. Pass to Kleber. Back to Brunson. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a... And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now, just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Denver, Green is out there with Aaron Gordon, and it's Rivers. Then there's Paul Millsap. The pass to Hardaway. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Powell's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Mavs.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Outside Millsap. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
And Millsap really getting up for that one. Love the aggressiveness.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Trailing by 2. Burke looking over the floor. He kicks to Powell. Hardaway from outside. Nailed from three-point land. Hardaway has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Brunson. Here's Powell. The shake. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of them.
Yes.
Passes it to Kleber. Pass to Finney-Smith. 5 to shoot. Burke, the pass to Kleber. Off target with his 3. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Now the feed to Millsap. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. On the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Trey Burke. And a switcher also for Denver. Chanchars checked in. They double him with Rivers. Pass to Powell. The pass to Brunson. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Morris inside. Brunson covering. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Burke, he's checked in for Jalen Brunson. And a switcher also for Denver. McGee's checked in. Redick with the bucket.
Easy to see why J.J. Redick is a guy that everybody talks about as being one of the premier shooters in the NBA.
Rivers gets a wide open look, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Rivers has got 5 now.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
Powell in the high post. That shot, no good. Excellent D that time there from McGee. 1:24 left to play here in the half. Morris, no good. Dallas has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Feeds to Powell. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Morris looking over the floor. Here's the floater. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And that one's good. Marjanovic.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
Morris outside. Floats it up for Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Outside, Redick. Passes to Marjanovic. Powell trying to free himself up. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And here's McGee. No points in the game yet for him. And here's Morris for 3. That shot missing. And a close game so far through the first. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And the Mavericks over the past couple of years, Shaq, making some great personnel.
Yeah, they traded up.
And that's
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's been getting it done is Paul Millsap.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shot. So right now he's feasting.
They got Porzingis. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein, and it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
You dig down deep at some of the numbers. Jokic is a much better defender than what he gets credit for. I think we always think about athleticism around rim protection, but sometimes it's just about size and smarts, and he has that.
From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got rebound number 5 here tonight, and Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And Jokic likes physical play. Brent, he embraces the contact.
Well, you look at his physique, and I think he can absorb a lot of what it is that comes his way. But he's comfortable wrestling. He's got brothers. He knows what that's like. And he also loves to mess around with those press conference microphones, as we see.
Bucket is good. Doncic has got 8 points.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Here's Harrison. He's still scoreless so far in this one. He locks up the alley-oop pass and the slam dunk by McGee.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. On the wing, Doncic, covered by Morris. Morris against Doncic. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And he gets it to go.
They're not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Morris against Doncic. Morris inside, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Dallas making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. Mavericks leading by 5. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. From the high post. And it's Doncic missing. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Rivers. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. 7 points in the game.
Aggressive move off the dribble. You could see the confidence growing right now for Austin Rivers.
Cauley-Stein at the elbow. Porzingis with the ball. Back to Cauley-Stein. Out to Hardaway. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. Dallas again missing. Jokic with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. Porter dishes to Gordon. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Redick comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Redick surveying the D. Back to Brunson. Gordon with the defensive effort. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Basket good.
Yeah, that's not a chance that Jokic is going to mess up. He's too good around the rim.
1:16 left in the third quarter. Brunson with a clean look. Gets an open look and hits. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Here's Harrison. Brunson covering. Here's Rivers. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Redick inside the line. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
Now Brunson. It's Redick on the wing. Now here's Brunson. He's tightly guarded. And good that time. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Brunson kicks to Kleber. Floats one up, and it's Porzingis laying it in.
Porzingis has all the height and length to make plays like that happen and make them look extremely routine.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Mavericks ahead, leading by a point. And we'll get going after this from the American. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Here's Brunson. Taking a look at the Nuggets. We've got Monte Morris. Paul Millsap out there with JaVale McGee. And it's John Shar in at the 3. The Nuggets trail. Now here's Millsap. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, hard work pays off, and there might not be a better example if you look that up in the dictionary. There could very well be a picture of Paul Millsap. He's made himself into a star in the NBA.
The Mavericks shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Outside Hardaway. For three. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Here's Bogdanovic.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
On the wing, Morris. Brunson covering. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got the lead up to 3 now for Denver.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Pass to Hardaway. This one for 3. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. It's Rivers on the wing. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And now a 6-point Nugget lead.
Well, the deep ball accuracy is much more consistent now from Austin Rivers, learning how to be an effective shooter at this level.
And it's sent back by Jokic. Millsap finds Jokic, and a wide-open look for Porter. From outside, off the mark. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one made. But they'll get another chance. Pass to Marjanovic. Buries it down low.
That's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
Yeah, how do you let him get a lounge chair down there and be comfortable in the paint like that?
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Kicks it to Rivers. 6 to shoot. To the inside. Campazzo. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
I like that. Staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Doncic outside. Richardson, good. Richardson's got his first points in this one.
Well, Richardson is a capable scorer, but nothing feels better than shots like that.
Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. The 3 for Doncic. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Floats it up for Millsap. It's Porter outside. Here's Jokic. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Shoots the 3. He can't get that one. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss? And maybe the natural-born leader that Josh Richardson is showing up in a big way.
In a game this close, this late, that kind of D is clutch.
It is. And then, Greg, to go in for the flush. That could be a backbreaker.
Well, we'll see how the other side responds here. They have to come up big.
We got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Right side, Millsap. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
And an intentional foul right there.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Yeah, that'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Good.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take.
Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Richardson. Porzingis is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. And for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's Doncic.
At the point guard position, Patrick Beverly is a great shot blocker.
That's good for George on the assist by Morris.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Back to Doncic. Over Morris. Doncic, no good.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Leonard, no luck. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the game here. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And there's the pass to Beverly. Lob pass to George. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Doncic passes to Richardson. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Shoots it. And he overshot that one, missing.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Leonard on the wing. 3-pointer. They get the rebound. It's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Nice move. Lays it up and banks it in. Cauley-Stein's got 5 points so far.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Richardson dishes to Cauley-Stein. Doncic outside. Just 5 to shoot. Up again. It's hauled in by Beverly. And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
The evolution of Leonard's game, making things happen with the dribble drive.
George against Doncic. To the wing right side. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Offline with his 3. The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
Doncic against George. Count the basket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Leonard with no one around. And it's Leonard again missing.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
The Clippers in the lead. The tray. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story, inconsistent with his offense.
Cauley-Stein kicks to Doncic. Inside, Porzingis. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Outside Leonard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Back to George. Fires the three. Doncic with the block. Passes it to Beverly. The three from Leonard. In it goes. That's his third bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
Kawhi with the three, showing he's able to stretch the floor more and more.
The three for Doncic. He gets it up. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Clippers lead by 2. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
They've got Batum, Luke Kennard out there with Jackson. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's man in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Here's Cousins. The shot misses. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. J.J. Redick's checked in for Trey Burke. Brunson scanning the floor. It's Redick on the wing. Brunson kicks to Hardaway. Pass to Marjanovic. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 2 now for the Mavs.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Hits it from 3-point range. Kennard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
The range of Luke Kennard on display. This guy is a lights-out shooter.
Brunson up top, guarded by Jackson. Marjanovic passes to Powell. Batum grabs the miss.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Count that one. And now a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
One of the best passes at the center position. Just another way Cousins affects scoring.
It's Redick on the wing. Kennard covering. Tipped away. Brunson the pass to Powell. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the break. Floats it up for Cousins. Hardaway with the steal. And the wide open shot from Redick. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Marjanovic has got 4 points this quarter.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Jackson kicks to Cousins. Right side, Batum. There's the pass to Mann. From deep. The shot will not fall. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Here's Hardaway. Kennard with the rebound. Clippers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tools, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Dallas making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Josh Richardson's checked in for Hardaway. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Kleber inside. Defended by Batum. Kleber kicks to Richardson. And count it from 19 feet away.
I love that catch and shoot. Defensively, you've got to close hard. Josh is dangerous in that area.
Outside Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? There's the three. Doncic, no good. Clippers leading by 3. And George kicks to Beverly. George against Doncic. Pass to Batum. George looking around. From beyond the arc and then some. And now a 6-point Clipper lead.
You need guys who can stretch the floor or the offense doesn't flow. Paul George is one of the best at it.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. Here's Richardson, passes it to Kleber. Shoots over Zubac, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They didn't get more than a 1. Thanks for joining.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
His activity level has made an impact, and he is fearless.
On the floor for Dallas, we've got Luka Doncic. Cauley Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. The putback, they get it back. Porzingis is double. Finney Smith passes to Porzingis. That one drops for him. Porzingis has got his second bucket.
And talk about persistence. Porzingis just being a bully on the offensive glass and punishing the opposition.
Outside Leonard. In the corner, George with it. Shoots over Doncic. George, no good. Mavericks trail by 6. Here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. Leonard on the wing. From deep. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Back to Doncic. Over Beverly. Almost, but it rolls out.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Cauley Stein finds Richardson. Great positioning on the putback.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
George passes to Leonard. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Lets it go from the wing. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Cauley Stein's got his 4th rebound in this one. Out to Porzingis. Wide open. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Looking to end his cold spell. Leonard, no luck.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. Just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
George with the ball. He has 7. Leonard looking around. Morris passes to Leonard. Beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
He's been of no help stretching the floor tonight. Just 1 3 in the first half. Nothing in the second.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Pass to Mann. Here's Kennard. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Dallas the other way. Hardaway for 3. Marjanovic. It's good on the putback. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 2 now for the Mavs.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Here's Kennard. Count it from 12. Kennard's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
In addition to being a good floor spacer, Luke Kennard is shifty in the mid-range area.
Brunson the pass to Pop. Back to Brunson. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 2.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Brunson. Shot is good off the back rim and in. 6 seconds left to play here in the third. Jackson from long range.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. Jackson is out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Batum. And it's Mann in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Brunson kicks to Redick. Let's go. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And they shot just over 30% in that first half. Not what they were looking for, obviously, but they're getting much better looks here since halftime and have brought that percentage up.
Jackson passes to Cousins. Back to Jackson. Kennard on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. The dish to Cousins. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
The direction this game is headed is going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
And the Mavericks call time here. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic comes in for Maxi Kleba. And Dwight Powell subbed in for Burke. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. This is still a close game, and he told his guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win. Guys?
Now, here's Kennard. Dishes it to Cousins. Outside for Jackson. Kennard against Redick. Shot, high post. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Marjanovic has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard. And Kevin, after being unable to find the net in the first half, they sure seem to be a different team here in the second.
Here's Kennard, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Exploding to the rim, Luke Kennard slams it in. His offensive energy is a difference maker.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Willie Cauley-Stein comes in for Dwight Powell. Josh Richardson's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
And some authority on that play from Porzingis. Big man slamming it down.
Outside, George. To the paint. Lets it go with the 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
George against Doncic. Right side, Porzingis. He dishes it to Richardson. Here's Doncic. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Leonard kicks to Beverly. Back to Leonard. A 3. Tips it up.
I love how he's willing to sacrifice his body in there, giving maximum effort. That's what it takes on the defensive boards.
Doncic dishes to Cauley-Stein. And here is Doncic. Richardson gets a wide open look, and it's off from three-point range. 1:16 left in the game. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
Knowing the situation, Kawhi willing and able to take control. Big bucket.
1:12 left to play in the final quarter. Now Doncic. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Leonard, the pass to Morris. Kicks it out to Leonard. Three-pointer. And it's Leonard again missing.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Here's Porzingis. Doncic outside. Clock at 6. That one wide left. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. George. Oh, what a play!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Porzingis passes to Marjanovic. And that's an intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
And here's George for 3. The offensive rebound. So a close game sees Dallas taking this. They seem to relish their role as the The starters for Los Angeles. They've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. And there's Jackson. And it's Zubac in at the center filling out the middle. And for Denver, they've got Nikola Jokic. Aaron Gordon out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Austin Rivers. Now here's Jackson. Pass to Leonard. That one goes. Count it. Greg, in terms of personnel, not exactly the matchups we were expecting to see tonight.
You know, Kev, with all the injuries and some guys now having to step into unfamiliar roles, in some ways that makes tonight all the more intriguing to see which guys are going to step up and deliver.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Back to Leonard. He kicks it to George. The pass to Zubac. And too long on the shot. Gordon against Morris. Gordon dishes to Porter. Doesn't go for him. And the Clippers will come the other way. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. George against Rivers. George passes to Jackson. Back to George. 6 to shoot. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Gordon.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Well, you have to admire the strength of Aaron Gordon. This guy is adept at finding his way through intense defense.
And a tough season a year ago for Aaron Gordon, Doris. Fell short of the output he had the last few years and had a tough time hitting from the outside.
Look, Greg, you're an former NBA player, so you know the history here. Trying to find a rhythm while fighting through injuries is very difficult to do. This guy's got unbelievable athleticism. He's sharpening his skills. I think it's just a matter of time for Aaron Gordon.
And Porter putting it right back in.
Yeah, just phenomenal at using that vertical on the offensive boards. Porter just gifted at coming up with second and third chance opportunities.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Morris. Jackson with it. Picked up by Rivers. Swiped away. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Gordon's running. Floats it up for Jokic. Leonard with the steal. Jackson has the open look. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Denver in the lead. Here's Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
You've got to stay between Aaron Gordon and the basket, particularly in transition. If you don't, you're toast.
George passes to Leonard. Back to George. Leonard inside, guarded by Porter. Shot clock at 5. And that one's good, George.
Well, Paul George has always had that aspect to his game. The mid-range where he can be efficient and effective is absolutely on point.
And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. George looking around. Passes it to Jackson. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Porter. Feeds it to Morris. And stolen by Gordon. And then Rivers with the dunk.
Austin Rivers knows how to navigate through defenses, puts the ball on the deck and gets to his spot.
Here's George. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Harrison's checked in for the Nuggets. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Here's Harrison. Again, the Nuggets score.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Rondo passes to Batum, and that one good.
Yeah, Rondo just knows how to wheel and deal, has that exceptional feel for when one of his guys is open.
We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. The shot by Harrison, no good. Clippers trail by 3. Rondo passes to Cousins. Rondo kicks to Kennard. Here's Batum over Harrison. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
For Los Angeles, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. That one drops. He ties it up.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense, always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have.
It's all tied in Denver. And we'll return shortly. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Denver, Paul Millsap out there with JaMychal Green. Then there's Austin Rivers. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Harrison in at the point.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Here's Rivers. From downtown, it's hauled in by the Clippers. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to man. Dishes to Cousins. McGee with the block. And the Nuggets pushing it up now from past the arc. Offensive rebound. Got it. Good job in the low post. McGee's got his first basket.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
Down low, and there's the pass to man. And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Lets the three fly. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Here's Rivers. Here's Harrison, defended by Beverly. From the arc, Millsap trying to get open. The shot by Harrison, no good. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Clippers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Now, here's Kennard. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from three, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Rivers against Kennard. Over Rivers. Gets the front of the rim and out.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Pulls up for three. It's hauled in by Beverly. Clippers leading by 4. Man passes to Kennard. 1:27 left here in the second. Fires the three. That's good for his third bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And stolen by Cousins. And here we go. Fast break. Cousins has got it. In the corner, Kennard with it. Pulls up on the wing. Harrison with the rebound.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
And here's Millsap from the arc. Sinks the triple. Millsap's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Beverly with the ball. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Kicks to Cousins. Banked in off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 6.
What pretty vision right there by Patrick Beverley. Wow.
Here's Rivers. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Beverley finds Cousins. Back to Beverley. The 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. And they're on the break. Here's Harrison. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the... Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams up. And that does it for our...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. The Nuggets trail by 6. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Inside, and it's Gordon with the finish.
Wow, how about the burst? Aaron Gordon off the floor so fast. Don't sleep on him, gentlemen. You're going to look silly.
Now George. He's got 5. Morris dishes to George. On the wing, Jackson. Back to George. 4 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. A deep 3 from Leonard. The shot, no good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Here's Porter. And they pick up 2. Porter's got his second bucket of the game to go.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
And George kicks to Jackson. Outside, George. And it's George finishing it off.
Did you just see what I saw? I mean, that move was out of this world.
Executed, don't you think, to perfection, Greg. I mean, he had the rim in his sights and was not going to be stopped. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Paul Millsap is checked in for Harrison. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Rajon Rondo's checked in for Jackson. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional Mobile 1 block.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial. And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Campazzo. And Rondo sends it back.
Well, you forget sometimes how much of an impact Rondo can have defensively. They're showing off some superb vertical as he goes up for the block.
And it's Leonard missing.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
And go figure is right. Leonard against Gordon.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Clippers leading by 4. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, speed, intelligence, touch. Kawhi Leonard has it all.
Campazzo misses the 3. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. And here's Millsap from the arc. Denver gets it back. Porter. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Leonard against Gordon. And it's sent back by Jokic. And the whistle stops gameplay. It's not a clean block shot. Instead, a shooting foul. And we'll see free throws coming up right here. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Terrific form at the line throughout last season. 89% on the year.
An extraordinary improvement over the course of his career by Kawhi Leonard. He has now turned himself into one of the game's best, if not the best, two-way player.
Denver making a switch here. Morris is checked in. It's stolen by Morris. Here's George. And the layup falls. George has got the lead up to 8 now for Los Angeles.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Second shot opportunity, and Millsap with the layup. Millsap's got 5 now.
And the play succeeds because Millsap comes to the court hungry. He chases down boards and second chance opportunities.
George way outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range. And the Clippers lead by 9. And here is Morris. Paul George with the steal. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Morris with the ball. Leonard with the bucket.
I don't think there's anything Leonard can't do on the basketball court. He can score inside, the mid-range, long range. He'll hurt you from absolutely anywhere.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Morris passes to Jokic. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And when Jokic gets rolling, all 250 pounds of him, he's a load to try to stop off the bounce.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
Now, here's Kennard. Not a lot of room. Over in the corner, Beverly. Up in time. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Jokic is out there with Green. And it's Rivers. Then it's Aaron Gordon. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Kennard finds Zubats. 5 on the clock. Shot from the wing. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Kennard for three. Green with the rebound.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
And it's Gordon missing.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here's Zubats. Pass to Kennard. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Clippers leading by 12. Now here's Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Jackson kicks to Kennard. To the middle. Here's Zubats. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Zubats has got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Right side, Green. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Green's got 4 points this quarter.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it.
Pass to Kennard. From deep three-point range, offensive rebound. Outside for Jackson. And the pass to Kennard. Takes the three. Good on the three-point shot.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubats. And Jokic wide open, he shoots, buries the long-range jumper. Jokic has got 9 points here in the second half.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
Pass to Kennard. Jacks up a three. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Harrison passes to Gordon. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Kennard against Rivers. Kennard kicks to Jackson. Back to Kennard. Over Rivers. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And the Clippers lead by 14.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Los Angeles.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
Porter passes to Rivers. It's Rivers on the wing. Porter outside, drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
Passes to Kennard. Fires for three. Knocks down the three ball.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
From deep. No good on the shot. Missed. So the Clippers winning this one easily. This was a very strong show. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's...
presentation of the NBA.
Nestled among the peaks of the Rock. Missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Cauley Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Hardaway in at the small forward position. And for the Nuggets, Porter is out there with Aaron Gordon. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Rivers.
You know, fellas, I like the aggressiveness Porzingis is showing on the glass. I mean, getting good positioning and using that big body when shots go up. That's why he's boarding it well.
Goes back up. Porzingis with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Cauley Stein. And it's blocked by Gordon.
Good defensive instincts there displayed by Gordon. Reading the shooter all the way and timing the rejection perfectly.
Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5 because, listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2" and you're 7'2", I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller.
And here are the Nuggets now, following the miss by Porzingis. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Richardson finds Doncic. Back to Richardson. They get it back.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Campazzo. Jokic passes to Gordon. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Doncic outside. Outside, Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Denver's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Launches it. The kick out to Porter. Takes a 3. That shot is off. And the Mavericks going the other way now.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
Now Hardaway following the three-point attempt by Austin Rivers. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 for Doncic. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And stolen by Richardson. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Rivers against Richardson. Rivers passes to Jokic. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And here is Doncic. Now here's Richardson. Porzingis kicks to Richardson. Hardaway from outside. And that one is off.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing. Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
It actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
Porzingis passes to Doncic. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Outstanding timing from Jokic there. Then the superb reach to wipe away the shot.
Rivers looking over the floor. That 3 off the mark.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the board. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys. But if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Nuggets lead by 3. And we'll be back in... And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nuggets.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Maxi Kleber. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Redick against Rivers. The feed to Green. And he uses the glass on the layup. Green's got his first bucket in this one.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Redick for 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And Powell, with that long body of his, does a nice job going at the defense and forcing them to foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And we saw it last year, guys, because those numbers were so low. Teams weren't afraid to put him on the line where points were hard to come by for him.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, "We can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop." Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
To the inside, and the dunk by Powell.
And, you know, Powell is an excellent athlete, easily leaking out in transition and making himself a big target to throw the ball to.
There's the triple. Here's McGee. Green, the pass to Harrison. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. A different look for Denver. Aaron Gordon comes in for Green, and it's Michael Porter in for Austin Rivers. Porter. They grab their own miss. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Boy, it was a bumpy start to his career for Michael Porter. I mean, this guy had his entire rookie season taken away because of back surgery and had a big mountain to climb just to get back out on the court. But, you know, to his credit, he made the climb.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They've brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
And another miss by Denver.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And that one's good. Burke. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Harrison. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Porter. Off target from the wing. And the Mavericks with possession. They're on a 12-4 run. Burke, the pass to Powell. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by Gordon.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Brunson with it. There's the lob to the hoop. And Marjanovic with the slam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Powell kicks to Marjanovic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Bangs home the trifecta. Burke's got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Here's Harrison. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
The Nuggets shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. Shot on the wing. Misses off the right iron. To the paint. And that one's good. Burke's got 7 points in the game.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
With 1 on the clock. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They kept at it on both ends of the floor. And that'll do it.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. We've seen Dwight Powell really having a great game.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
Well, you know what? They've given him an increased role tonight, and he's taken full advantage of it.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at the Nuggets. JaVale McGee is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Monte Morris, and it's Harrison in at the shooting guard position. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Cauley Stein passes to Porzingis. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. The dive for the ball. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
With the floater. Here's Harrison. Richardson covering. Clock at 4. Millsap passes to McGee. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Mavericks leading by 12. Doncic feeling it out. Pass to Hardaway. 90 seconds now into the second half. To the inside. Millsap with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. McGee with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. Right side Millsap. The high post shot. Kept alive.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by McGee. The Nuggets trail by 10. Morris passes to McGee. Five to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Millsap misses.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Deft touch on the alley-oop. Cauley Stein's got the lead up to 12 now for the Mavs.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Doncic with the steal. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Richardson kicks to Porzingis. Back to Richardson. Dallas moving it around. Shoots from 12. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. The Nuggets trail by 10. For 3, Millsap. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Cauley Stein passes to Porzingis. Fade away, and that one drops. And the Mavericks lead by 12.
High release for Porzingis on his jump shots. Almost impossible to defend that.
Down low. Here's Millsap. McGee. It's rebounded by Dallas. Cauley Stein's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Richardson, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
Yeah, Richardson's got a nice vertical now, and you saw it right there.
Here's Morris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Harrison. And again, Denver, no good.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Cauley Stein kicks to Doncic. From outside the arc, Denver grabs the miss.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, he's a fighter now, and he's physical, so he'll battle you inside, and Millsap's going to take it right at you. He really forces your hand when you're defending it.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Here's Burke. Can't connect from long distance. Jokic against Marjanovic. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Stolen by Rivers. And so it's Dallas, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his 3-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. To the middle, here's Brunson. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. And the Mavericks lead by 16. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
It's Redick on the wing. He's guarded by Rivers. Shot clock at 6. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Denver making a switch here. Porter's checked in.
And, you know, Porzingis plays with such fearlessness. I love that about him. And he's also a big guy with some agility and endless range. This guy has in the gym range, if anybody has that.
About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Tips it, and Porter putting it right back in.
Always good to see the young fella Porter Jr. outwork the opposition on the glass that time.
Now Brunson. Kleber up top. Back to Brunson. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 4 rebounds in this game. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Offensive rebound, and Jokic throws it down.
Boy, a lot of energy and hustle on display from Jokic that time, never giving up on a possession.
And here's Redick. Pass to Brunson. Kleba kicks to Redick. A 3-ball. Connects from 3-point range.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Porzingis with the steal. Passes it to Kleba. Back to Porzingis. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Great open look there. Redick's got 5 points in the quarter.
This is why you must play up on Redick, because he's terrific at shooting off the pass.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Exactly. I mean, deny him the ball in the first place. Don't let him get it.
Now here's Redick. The pass to Kleba. Here's Finney-Smith. Dallas moving the ball around. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Didn't think that was going to go in. And the Mavericks lead by 19.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Dallas.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Porzingis.
He was everywhere, defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Doncic outside. Back to Richardson. He kicks it to Doncic. From deep. That shot off. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. 17-point game. Porzingis with the block.
Tell you what, Porzingis showing great timing as the anchor of the defense there.
Over Gordon. No good off the front iron. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep. Always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Pass to Cauley-Stein. Outside, Porzingis lets the 3 fly. That shot no good. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. They came in here. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For And here were the Clippers arriving earlier, hitting. And they'll have some minutes to make up for it with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the 4-man position. And for Dallas, they've got Richardson. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. Here's Leonard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Porzingis passes to Finney Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
And a little contact won't go a long way against Porzingis. What a display of physicality.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Beverly feeling it out a bit. George dishes to Beverly. The shot's good on the assist by George.
That's what they expect from Patrick Beverly, knocking down the spot-up J.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a 3-point game. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Porzingis with the ball. George picks him up. And Doncic gets it to go.
An average shooter from deep, it's important that Doncic continues to work on this part of his game.
Outside, George pass to Leonard. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Now, here's Doncic, Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
He's just adept at gutting the defense in these sets. Give Doncic a passing lane, and he'll thread the needle.
Doncic against George. Leonard looking around. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Doncic kicks to Richardson. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Porzingis on the follow. Porzingis has got his second basket of the game.
And talk about persistence. Porzingis just being a bully on the offensive glass and punishing the opposition.
Now, here's Zubac. Now the pass to Morris. Now Leonard. From past the arc. Inside. Outside for George. And good. He got the English that time as it falls.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Doncic with it. Down low. Here's Cauley Stein. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Left side, Leonard. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Looking like a junkyard dog on the glass. Patrick Beverly, you have to admire his intensity.
Here's Doncic. Here's Finney Smith. He's covered by Leonard. Finney Smith can't get it to go.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now, here's George. Outside Leonard over Richardson. The Mavericks pull it in.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Doncic against George. And there's Richardson on the assist by Doncic.
You talk about a guy who's added some strength over the years. Look at the hit Josh took, and he was still able to convert.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Clippers lead. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwback style.
Old school basketball, you know.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
And you know this, most of the time, offensive rebounds generate high percentage looks.
Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Kleba in at the 4 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. The Mavericks trailing. Powell inside. The shot's good.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Redick with a double team. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And here is Los Angeles now. Passes it to Kennard. To the paint. Ball stolen. Pass break Dallas. Powell kicks to Redick. Out to Hardaway. Dallas moving the ball around. Now here's Powell. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Kennard for 3. They get it again.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now here's Brunson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the rejection by Cousins.
He is so reliable. DeMarcus making a play and making it look easy. You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Good on the bucket. Kennard's got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully he can stay healthy this go around.
Clippers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Cousins, the pass to Kennard. Baseline jumper. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Redick surveying the D. Hardaway with a wide open look. Batum grabs the miss.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Here's Redick after the basket by Los Angeles. Hardaway for 3. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
1:31 left in the first half of the game.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
It's Hardaway with the drive.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Here's Kennard. To the left side wing. Pass to Cousins. Outside Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. Kennard for 3. Powell pulls it in.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
The shot by Redick, no good. Clock management, this is where they can get a 2 for 1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
And here's Kennard. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic comes in for Maxi Kleber, and it's Burke in for J.J. Redick. So, for the Clippers, 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Now Burke. On the wing, Hardaway. From deep three-point range, offensive rebound Mavericks. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. From deep, George. Rebounded by Hardaway. Here's Burke. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50%. And that does it for our...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I'd go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two. Oh, wow! Young fella.
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Richardson finds Porzingis. To the middle. Here's Cauley Stein. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Cauley Stein with it. Now, here's Richardson. Left side, Porzingis. Just 5 on the clock. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. Yep, that one goes. Porzingis has got 6.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
To the inside, Zubac, and he banks in the layup. And the Clippers lead by 5.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
George against Doncic. Good on the shot.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Dallas shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. George looking over the floor. Yep, that one goes in there.
And coming out of halftime, coach said they wanted to start fast. How's 4 for 4? In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
But not every point guard can give you that, the ability to finish with that level of authority.
And possesses such a refined feel for the game that Doncic knows he has what it takes to be a great player in this league.
Here's Cousins. Outside, George lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Some nice passing here by Dallas. To the middle. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Cousins. Here's Leonard. He gets that one. Now it's a 5-point Clipper lead.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
The drive by Doncic. And the shot is good. Doncic has got 8 points in the quarter. 1:36 left to play in the third. Los Angeles leading by 3. And here's Beverly. 5 points in the game. In the corner, George with it. From the arc. Keeps it alive. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Burke comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Porzingis. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Outside Jackson. Kennard on the wing. Down low. Here's Batum. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
Here's Burke. Banked in off the glass. Burke's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Brunson against Jackson. Pass to Kennard. This one for 3. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Kennard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers. Knocked loose. And so it's Los Angeles in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Dwight Powell is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Burke. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Hardaway in at the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Outside Jackson. The pass to Zubac. Back to Jackson. Lays it up and banks it in. Jackson's got his first 2 points.
The developing feel Reggie Jackson has for scoring inside, playing much more under control these days.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Dallas making a switch here. Redick is checked in. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Mann's checked in. Here's Brunson. And he makes the bucket, gets the whip. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Can't let Kennard get this close. Once you do, he's going up with it.
Brunson the pass to Powell. Back to Brunson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Brunson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Now Zubac passes it to Kennard. Zubac with it. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Great look, but off the mark.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Offensive rebound. Marjanovic. Second chance shot. And he lays it up and in.
Muscle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They lead by 4. And Batum kicks to Kennard. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Pass to man. Zubac with it. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Kennard for 3. That one's not going to go.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Zingas, he's checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. Richardson, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And that one's good, Marjanovic.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Pass to Morris. Back to Beverly. And Leonard has it in the corner. Los Angeles with another miss. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter on a roll. To the paint, it's stolen by Morris. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Morris passes to George. Inside. Doncic with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Doncic leading the charge. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
Beverly against Richardson, trying to get something going. Now here's Leonard. Yes!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Richardson outside. The pass to Marjanovic. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Coley Stein comes in for Marjanovic. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Here's Leonard. 6 to shoot. Outside, George. From deep. Porzingis with the rebound. Fast break, Dallas. And here's Doncic from the arc. He's off from 3. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
effective.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Aaron Gordon out there with Porter. And it's Rivers, and it's Nikola Jokic. And for Los Angeles, they've got Ivica Zubac. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And there's Jackson, and it's George in at the 2 spot. Now here's Leonard. Over Porter. Bank shot, no good.
Now there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
To the middle, here's Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Here's Jokic. Doesn't go that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And now the fast break. George with the ball. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Here's Jackson following the score by Aaron Gordon. Morris finds George. Fires, high post, drained for 2 points.
And this is one of George's main strengths, a phenomenal mid-range score.
Come to me, come to me.
Campazzo. His three-pointers off the mark.
Boy, not the kind of start they wanted. Only 1 for 4 so far.
Top of the key. Morris, no good. For Denver, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Nobody near Leonard. Cans it from downtown.
How about Kawhi Leonard knocking down the 3-ball? Didn't have that shot when he got into the league. Love seeing how he's improved as a shooter with the outside jumper.
Now here's Rivers. And it's sent back by George. Porter with the steal. And finished off by Porter.
And he's got a great balance of knowing when to slash inside. Porter needs to keep being this aggressive on the drive.
Here's Leonard. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Rivers. Down low. And there's Porter on the assist by Rivers. Porter's got his second basket.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
The 3 from George. It's hauled in by Gordon. The Nuggets trail by 3.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion.
The Nuggets have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. It's tipped.
A capable defensive player. That wingspan of Batum, really an asset in blocking shots.
And then Cousins with the dunk.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now, here's Jokic. He's still scoreless so far in this one. From deep three-point range, that one doesn't drop. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And now the Clippers on the break. Batum finds Leonard, but they get it back. Tries yet again. Connects. The jumper drops.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional. Catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
From deep. Another miss by Jokic.
Oh, he has just struggled here offensively in the quarter.
They get the rebound. Outside Leonard. From deep three-point range. That one misses. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Denver, Paul Millsap out there with Jermichael Green, and there's JaVale McGee. And it's Rivers, and it's Harrison in at the one spot. Here's Kennard. Denver getting their last shot to go. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock, and there's the call on Austin Rivers. That is his first foul of the game. And the Nuggets making a change here. Here's Cousins. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
McGee tries again. Green kicks to Harrison. Denver passing it around. Pass to McGee. Clock at 6. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. It's stolen, and they're pushing it up. Pass to Millsap. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You just can't allow Millsap to get that kind of position. I mean, once he does have it, he's determined to score or at least get fouled.
Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Millsap has the open look. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else's.
The Nuggets trail by 5 to the wing on the left. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Harrison scanning the floor. Porter against Cousins. Porter kicks to Harrison. Shot clock at 5. Here's Millsap, and Millsap slams it in.
Really a smart player, Paul Millsap. I mean, he just has a sense of what to do and when to do it, especially cutting after setting the pick.
Now, here's Kennard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Passes it to Mann. Back to Kennard. Right wing. Mann passes to Kennard. Over Harrison. Cousins stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Yeah, you can't leave a lane to the basket available for Beverly, because if you do, he jumps on it quickly.
Clippers leading by 7. It's stolen by Green. Out left to the wing. Here's Harrison. Misses off the left iron.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there. And neither can he.
Kennard for 3. A shot that time, not on target.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Here's Harrison, defended by Beverly, and that one's good. Harrison.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And the pass to Kennard for the 3. Los Angeles with another miss.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
The Clippers in the lead. Pass to Kennard. Pass to man. It's tipped. Millsap with the steal.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
The putback. No good that time. Here's man, guarded by Porter.
And, you know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
6 seconds left in the second quarter. There's Green with the three. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And, you know, rebounding is about knowing where the ball is going as well as pursuing it. And I like seeing him hit the offensive glass and go right back up with it.
And some good...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They've got a 3-point lead. Kenny, how'd you... And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at DeMarcus Cousins, what a contribution.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
They've got Morris, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the center. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. And here is Los Angeles now after the Nuggets pick up 2. And here is Zubats. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the layup's good off the glass.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Gordon for 3. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the rejection by Zubats. And here comes the break. 18 feet out. And it's George missing. The Nuggets trail by 3. Here's Gordon. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubats has got his 6th rebound on the night.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
We've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
And it's Leonard missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
Here's Zubats. And Leonard has it in the corner. A 3-pointer off the mark.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Rivers can't get it to go. Clippers leading by 3. Looking to get it going. And Leonard with the lay-in. Leonard's got 9.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Here's Rivers. Rebound by the Clippers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And George with the stuff.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
That really has been the difference. I mean, they've been the better team in transition.
Passes to Rivers. 5 to shoot. Stolen by George. Here's Rondo. Drops in the breakaway layup. And it's a 9-point Los Angeles lead.
And it looks like they left their defensive effort back in the locker room, guys. They just haven't had the same commitment here defensively in the second half.
Gordon with it. Guarded now by Morris. McGee, no stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. Marcus Morris picks one up there. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. The Nuggets shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Well, you look at McGee and the career resurgence he's undergone, guys, outstanding. I mean, when he's been in the right situation, he's been very effective.
Here's Gordon. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cousins has got 6 rebounds in the game.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Now here's Rivers. No points in the game yet for him. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, you know, with his size and presence in the post, McGee has a lot of value on the offensive glass.
The pass to Mann. Rivers against Kennard. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Gordon.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Well, doing a little bit of everything. Millsap terrific at moving the ball, sensing when a teammate has a good look. It doesn't stick with him.
Now here's Beverly. Pass to Kennard. Back to Beverly. There's the feed to Batum. Millsap grabs the miss. Millsap's got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's McGee penetrating.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
Beverly, the pass to Kennard. 1 second left. And that one released in time, but no good. And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Los Angeles on top, up 2. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. And Denver will start the 4th quarter with Paul Millsap out there with Green. Then it's Aaron Gordon. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Porter at the 2. And that one's good. Beverly.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now here's Rivers over Beverly. And it's off the back rim. No good. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Batum finds Jackson. Kennard with the ball. Here's the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. And now a 7-point Clipper lead.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first, but the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
Porter outside, and that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
A different look for the Clippers. Morris is checked in for Batum. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. And George is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Pass to Leonard. Dishes it to Morris. Porter with the steal. 4th quarter now. We're about 1.5 minutes in. Back to Jokic. Over Jackson. And that one's good, Jokic.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now, here is George to the paint, and it's sent back by Jokic.
Need more of this from Jokic. When he's active on defense, he's a capable shot blocker.
To the inside, stolen by Jackson. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. And that one's good, George. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Jackson looking it over. Down low. Here's Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And the Clippers lead by 7.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team. You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
Rivers gets a wide open look. He doesn't hit that one. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Zubas. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Inside. Cousins. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Cousins has got the lead up to 10 now for Los Angeles. Now Rivers to the paint. Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
You know, you never know what Jokic is going to do because he's so unpredictable when he's working in the screen and roll.
Passes it to Jackson. Back to George. Fires the 3. That one doesn't go. The Nuggets trail by 8. To the middle. Here's Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
And this is why Millsap makes the big bucks. Dependable at stepping up his game in the clutch.
52 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Outside, George. Takes a 3. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the 4th. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 9-point game. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Beyond the arc. He can't get that one to fall. And a wide open look for Porter. Off target from outside.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
And so Los Angeles takes the win. Some good. All right, David, thank you.